Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Farmhill Cafe. Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome once again to the Farmhill Cafe, where we do Saturday morning adult cartooning. I really miss, like I always tell you, I really miss being a kid, grabbing that big bowl of cereal and just watching cartoons all morning. So now I've decided to do that with you. Only now we are adults. Yes, we grown. And we've replaced our cereal with coffee and our cartoons with conversation. So what's happening with you today? I don't know about you guys, but Andre and I will be out in Portage, Indiana, doing our coffee thing. We've got dark roast, we've got medium roast. So if you are in Portage, stop by Lakeshore Campground. They've got their Taste of Lakeshore, so we won't be the only ones there. They'll be selling food and different tastes and things like that. And I think everything is just $1. I believe everything is just $1. Well, there is a lot going on, not just in our world, not just in your world, but all around the world. And I will tell you that we're going to start off with the weather. Guess what? Yes. We have more beautiful weather in the Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana area today. It's going to be from 75 to 77. It's going to be cloudy, but summertime is coming, y'all. Hold on. Summertime is coming. We're getting there. Because I know we're getting there because it's almost my birthday. It's my birthday month. Well, let's see. What are we going to talk about today? I want to ask you a question. How much money do you need? How much money do you need? Now, I want you to think about that as I take yet another sip of my coffee. Today, I'm drinking Shiro from our T2C2 Sip Nation collection. Shiro is a dark roast. And hey, do I have coffee drinkers out there? You guys know that I drink coffee, but do you drink coffee? Did you know that there are over 1 billion people who drink coffee all over the world every single day? When you think about it, it really is a phenomenon. So while so many people are drinking their coffee, it's my job to get you to drink the best coffee. Yes, the best. Here it is right here. And you can only get that from us. So you got to try either our Farmhill medium roast or our Shiro dark roast. So check out our coffee subscription site at T2C2SipNation.com. That's T2C2SipNation.com. People are like, what does T2C2 stand for? So the T in T2C2 Sip Nation stands for Tea Talk, because we will have some tea coming online for you. Yes, everyone doesn't enjoy coffee like I do, or maybe you do. They enjoy tea. So we do have a tea coming out. Now, the C2 stands for Coffee Conversations. So that's T2 Tea Talk, C2 Coffee Conversations. And you can get our brands, Shiro and Farmhill, at T2C2SipNation.com. And another thing, while I'm on that, have you subscribed to our Facebook or YouTube page? If you haven't, I need you to go to Contemporary Living. Yes, where we provide lifestyle solutions for everyday people like you, everyday people like me. We have some of the best guests in the world on our show, and they bring you real-time solutions to maybe some challenges or problems that you're facing. So our next show is going to be June 19th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's June 19th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you know what I always talk about? I'm always always talking about the morning brew. So why the morning brew? And the reason why you want to look at the morning brew, and you can go to morningbrew.com, because in a snapshot, you can get all the news you need to make it through the morning. So when people are talking, well, it's not like gossip or anything like that, but when people are talking, all you need is this news. So I'm going to give it to you. And if you want it, go to morningbrew.com. So we all know, as I look at Morning Brew, I'm going to take a look here. Guess what? The markets are down. NASDAQ, S&P, Dow, all of the markets are down. So that's, it says the S&P is back on a bear market. Bull is good, bear means down. So we always want to remember that. The S&P 500 is back on a bear market watch after a vicious sell-off yesterday capped off its worst week since January. Investors were mad, y'all, and disappointed by the inflation report that dropped Friday morning. And then, oh, by the way, about that inflation report, they also talk about that. About that inflation report, it's getting as terrible reviews as Morbius. Did you guys see that movie, Morbius? But prices jumped 8.6% last month, which is a faster pace than in April and higher than expectations. Rent, food, energy, and used cars all contributed to the price increases. The landlords are, hey, you're going to see that. You're going to see that. Food, hey. The gas price has not changed. It's happening, people. This is our world in 2022. So we definitely have to adjust to the times. But they were saying used cars all contributed to the price increases, putting even more pressure on the Fed to hike interest rates. So what does that mean? That means when you put in a loan for a house, when you put in a loan for a car, interest rates are going to go up. Watch your credit cards. That's why you got to get those credit cards paid off, because the interest rate, you can see them go up just like that. All right. So it's not as easy as it was in perhaps 2020 now, as far as interest rates. So you'll see them go up. And it says, so they're putting even more pressure on the Feds to hike interest rates substantially through the summer and into the fall. Soaring inflation is going to be around for a while, y'all. Soaring inflation is going to be around for a while. That's what they are reporting. So get used to it. It's the way of the world. If you know that line, put it in the chat. If you know the line that I just said, get used to it. It's the way of the world. If you know what movie that line came from, let me know that you know. So in other news, guess what? So the Biden administration said that it's dropping its international air travel testing requirement as of 12:01 tomorrow, which is midnight tonight, bringing one of the last remaining federal policies intended to curb the spread of COVID to an end. So what that policy was, all international air passengers, so they're coming from other countries, regardless of citizenship, so it doesn't matter, or vaccination status, they were required to test negative for COVID within 1 day of boarding a flight to the U.S. There was an exemption for people who had recently recovered from COVID. So what does that mean? Open our airlines, because it's all good. It was trying to go back into the norm, starting with the international travelers. So we will see how that happens. Of course, you have doctors, or let's see, I do think I'm trying to see if the World Health Organization weighed in on it. Oh, and they did. Stuart Simonson, the Assistant Director General at the World Health Organization's New York, told USA Today that while a testing requirement signals to the public that politicians are doing something about COVID, there's a lot of uncertainty about its ability to curb the virus. I don't know what the politicians are doing about COVID. Do you? Besides encouraging you to get tested and take a shot. So, there's still no cure for COVID. So then there's that. And I think there was one One more thing, you guys. Have you heard about Geico? It's an insurance claim. Listen, and this is the last of Morning Brew, then we'll move on to something else. Geico has been ordered to pay $5.2 million to a Missouri woman who said she contracted HPV, which is a sexually transmitting disease, after having sex in a car that was insured by the company. Yes, she is getting $5.2 million from Geico because she contracted HPV in a car that was insured by Geico. And then it says Geico argued that its insurance coverage shouldn't apply for damages that did not arise out of normal use of the vehicle. But an arbitrator awarded the woman $5.2 million last year, and a Missouri appeals court upheld the ruling this week. Don't make that a way for you guys to get rich, okay? Let's be wiser about the choices we make. Yes, she got $5.2 million, but now she's got some health issue that she has to deal with for the rest of her life. You know, it's the decisions we make. But that is interesting. That is really interesting. Let's see what else do I want to talk about today. So let's go back to the question that I had earlier. How much, you guys, is enough? How much money do you need? So see, most people, they never really sit down to count up the cost to live the life they want. They don't. And it's serious when you start adding these numbers up. You know, everybody's got this arbitrary number out there, like, okay, $1 million, $2 million, maybe $5 million. But do you know what numbers look like? So I do a class. It's Broke But Not Broken. It's a financial class. And one of the first things that we do, we figure out how much it costs right now to just kind of live your lifestyle. And one of the first areas I cover is how much do you need? So what we do is we look at what you currently spend: housing, utilities, food, transportation, insurance, entertainment, your bills, all of that. So we look at that. And then we add up that cost. Now, what we call that is your survival number. This is basically what you're surviving off of. Now, we go from that number to a life is good number. So that's going to maybe upgrade your housing, maybe the restaurant you go to. You might add charity in there. What are your passions? So that is going to be a different number from your survival number. This is what would make life good for me? What would I call the good life? But then there's another number. There's that dream number. Like that 3-bedroom, high ceiling, ocean view, ocean front, yeah, ocean front, not ocean view. Ocean view is just a view of the ocean. Ocean front is where you see it all. Your dream number. That's my dream. That's it. And it's happening on the East Coast in Florida. Yes. But what is your dream number? And so what this helps you to do is look at where you are to where you want to be, and then figure out a way in between that on how to get there. So maybe that's a project that you can work on for yourself. And if you want any information, just leave your email or text message or message me your email, and I will send you a copy of that spreadsheet. It's by Scott Dinsmore created the spreadsheet. It talks about your survival number, your life is good number, and then your dream number, because we all have a dream. Well, other than that, I've got to cut it short today. As you can see, I usually have my scarf on my head. I'm partially dressed, social distancing, and wearing a mask since 1978. Everybody knows my husband, Andre, loves this guy right here. He loves horror films. I think it's Michael Myers. Yeah, it's Michael Myers. So I will be back next Saturday at 7 a.m. for some more adult cartooning. And as always, be brilliant, be you, be blessed. If you're in Portage today, stop by Lakeshore Campground for our Taste of Lakeshore. Bye-bye.